Hey everybody out there in the YouTube world, it's your boy Dust the Diesel Technician, man, back with another fun-filled informative video. Today we're going to be talking about thermostats in your car, your vehicle's thermostat, and the role that they play. Now, on your car, what the thermostat does is controls the temperature of the coolant that's cooling off your engine, your antifreeze, right? Now, it has a wax cylinder on the side that faces the engine, okay? So, that cylinder that you see, when it reaches a certain temperature, because your thermostat is always immersed in antifreeze and engine coolant, right? So that it can detect its temperature. So in the thermostat housing, it's always immersed. So when that coolant reaches a certain temperature, what happens is the wax inside of that cylinder melts in. You see how it unseats? And when this thing moves, what happens is coolant is allowed to flow back into the radiator to be cooled off before it's sent back into the engine. And that's the cycle. That's how the engine keeps a certain temperature and keeps it from being cool. So once the engine reaches about 180 to 200 degrees, this thing will move and coolant will be allowed to travel back into the radiator through the upper radiator hose, cooled off into the radiator fins, and then once it flows to the bottom of the radiator and goes into the water pump from the lower radiator hose, the water pump pumps it into the engine, and then the cycle completes. It continues. It cools off the engine, goes back up out of the upper radiator hose into the radiator. So, yeah, that's how this thing works, man. Wax cylinder reaches a certain temperature because of the coolant. The thermostat moves. Coolant is allowed to flow into the radiator from the engine. I'm Dust the Diesel Technician. Y'all know my slogan: subscribe, keep me alive. Thanks for watching. Hope I help somebody learn something.